morning, it's another beautiful day. I've actually had quite a few people say that they'd like to make ice cream. So I thought I would just pop on and do a quick video of how to make a basic ice cream, but then you can adapt that by incorporating other things into it. And what I'm going to actually do with my ice cream is to incorporate some cookie crumb. I made some chocolate butter cookies yesterday, so I'm going to use some of the crumb from that to make it into a cookie and cream ice cream. Okay, so the ice cream that I use, the ice cream recipe that I use, involves whipping egg whites. So the first thing you need is a nice sparkling clean bowl. This has been through a pre-clean cycle, but then I've also done a vinegar wash. I'm just going to pop that and insert my butterfly whisk. We're going to be whipping egg whites to make a meringue-based ice cream. The beauty of that is that it gives a beautiful texture. A lot of ice cream recipes, you make your basically a custard and then you have to freeze it, then you have to chop it up, throw it back into your Thermomix and blend it to make it creamy. This actually has a great texture without doing any of that. Okay, so the first thing that we need are the egg whites from 6 large eggs. And then we're just going to add a teaspoon of tartaric acid, otherwise known as cream of tartar. I'm going to pop the lid on. And we're just going to whip this for 5 minutes. So let's get off the kettle screen because I've just done the vinegar wash using the kettle mode. We're going to set 5 minutes. And we're just going to give this a little bit of gentle heat. So at 37. We're going to whip it at speed 3 and with the measuring cup off. So whenever you're whipping eggs, you tend to have the measuring cup off because it needs a bit of air in there. So we're almost finished in 5 minutes. I spoke yesterday about the benefits of having 2 bowls and that sometimes you forget to do something that you need in a recipe. And I've actually forgotten to make my caster sugar, which I need for this recipe. So I do have spare bowls for this, but I've also got a spare Thermomix. So I've just actually made my caster sugar during the process of whipping those egg whites. So these are just softly whipped. The next stage is to incorporate that caster sugar. So we're actually going to do 6 minutes. We're doing more whipping. We're taking the temperature up to 50 and speed 3. And during this whipping time, we're actually just going to add our caster sugar, 1 spoonful at a time through the lid. So the amount of sugar is about 20 grams per egg. If you wanted to change the volume of ice cream that you're making, this is probably going to make about 1.5 litres of ice cream. So for each egg white, about 20 to 30 grams of sugar, depending on how sweet you like your ice cream. So how great it is that you can actually make your own icing sugar, caster sugar. This is made from raw sugar, so it's the equivalent of golden caster sugar. If I just have a minute to go. This is probably going to date this video, but just a reminder that during the month of May we've got the bundle offer, which is the extra bowl loading lid set for just another $99 on top of your Thermomix purchase, and second bowl. Yeah, so I can't overemphasize the benefit of having a second bowl. And don't feel guilty about having 2 Thermomixes either. If you've got a 31 or a 5, then upgrade. Get the benefit of both. Here we go. Okay, so the next step is really just to whip it for longer. So without the heat. Let me just show you what we've got. We've got a fairly stiff meringue in there, but we're going to give it an extra 20 minutes with the measuring cup off and no temperature, no heat. And we're just going to go to speed 3. Okay, so the other ingredients, the next step after this actually is to just let the whipped meringue go cold. So I'll put the whole bowl into the fridge And again, the second bomb means I can actually get on and do something else. My bowl's not tied up, even though it's going to be in the fridge probably for an hour or so to cool down. And then we're just going to incorporate the cream, some vanilla essence or some vanilla paste that is actually homemade as well. Another great saver with your Thermomix. And the chocolate cookie crumbs that I made just by turboing some cookies a couple of times, actually in my 5 over there whilst I was organising things here. Okay, so that 20 minutes is just finished. Let me show you what we've got in the bowl. So now you can see we've got a meringue that is very, quite firm peaks actually. It's still warm. So the next step is to just pop this in the fridge until it's completely cold. So maybe 1 to 2 hours. Then we'll finish it off. Okay, so here we are. The bowl has been in the fridge for several hours and the meringue is still nice and firm in there. So all I need to do now is to pop this back into the cradle of the Thermomix, and we're just going to add the cream and some vanilla essence or some vanilla paste. This vanilla paste is homemade. You can't actually see all the little tiny vanilla bean seeds that are in there. So 2 teaspoons vanilla bean paste and 600 mils of cream. In fact, I might take the lid off to add this. Okay, just get the last bit of cream out of here. Now we're just going to mix this on speed 3 for about 20 seconds. I've got the measuring cup in this time because it's not just whipping the egg. I just wanted to make sure that nothing sort of spluttered out at the top of the lid either. And the last thing we're going to do is to just incorporate those biscuit crumbs. So we've got a nice creamy ice cream mix. Pop these in. And I'm just going to give this maybe 5 seconds again on speed 3. So we should be done. This is going to need to go into the freezer probably for 8 to 12 hours. Take out the butterfly whisk. Put that on top of the lid. Now, various options for, excuse me, it's really very tasty. Various options for storing your ice cream. These tubs have just come out in the mix shop. There's 2, there's a pink lidded one and a green lidded one, and they're for gelato, frozen yogurt, ice cream. So I've actually bought 2, so I'm going to use one for ice cream and I'm going to make yogurt in another one. But there's also these insulated boxes as well. So there's probably more than will fit in one of these, so I'm going to put the remainder in this. And these are perfect for an ice cream scoop. So the ice cream scoop just fits in. You get a nice scoop of ice cream out of those. Those are available in the mix shop as well. And being it's double walled, so it's going to stay colder on your table as well, that one. All right, let's just pour ice cream into here. There's a nice amount of biscuit crumb in there. And then let's put the remainder in this one. So those pots are 1 litre. I think this is also 1 litre. Bigger biscuit crumbs. I've left a little bit of room. I don't know if you can see the biscuit crumbs going in there. The remainder into this one. So we've probably got at least 1.5 litres of ice cream with the basic vanilla ice cream, which is very nice on its own. You can add all sorts of flavourings. So you could have some raspberry or strawberry coulis and just stir that through as it's partially frozen. You can actually make a chocolate ice cream. There's a different recipe for that. Okay, so all I need to do now is pop these in the freezer and I'll show you them scooped out and served nicely in a dish tomorrow. Remember, if you need any help with anything Thermomix, I'm very happy to help you, or I'm sure if you've got a consultant already, they'd also be very happy to assist you. Ciao!